One of the most eagerly awaited contests this year was in Dudley. Keir Starmer actually chose it as the place to launch his party's local election campaign, saying he was looking to win there. Our Black Country political reporter Emma Thomas was at the count on Friday. And Emma, it was another very tight race, wasn't it?
Yes, Robert, it was a tightly fought contest, so much so it took more than 9 hours to count and recount the votes. The Conservatives went into this election in control here in Dudley with a majority of 10 seats, but that majority has now gone and no party has overall control here. Let's get a reminder of how it unfolded.
We're not playing for a draw, we're looking to win in Dudley.
The Labour leader launched his party's local election campaign in Dudley, placing a big target on the Black Country. But while the result may have gathered smiles, it was no clear victory. Instead, a hung council, with the two main parties taking 34 seats each. Depriving the Conservatives of overall control was success enough for the Labour group leader.
People would like to have a fresh change, both within the local council and indeed nationally. And I think the challenge would be a Conservative at local level or at national level is let's have a general election and let's get this thing over and done with.
National politics was also on the mind of the Conservative group leader.
It's been a great campaign, a hard campaign against a hard national backdrop, and yet here in the Black Country in Dudley we've held firm, we've stopped Labour taking control of Dudley, and I'm sure that a deal can be done in order that we can continue to run this authority rather than face bankruptcy under a Labour council. Conservative
MPs looked on as votes were counted, knowing this is likely to be the last big electoral test before a general election. There was joy for the Liberal Democrats, who won 3 seats. Alongside one independent, there's a power in their hands if a coalition is sought.
I think both the Labour and the Conservative parties have done a pretty poor job of running Dudley Council over the last decade. So the idea that we have a favourite, one or the other, just isn't really, it's kind of difficult to answer.
How allegiances may form is yet to be seen, but Dudley Borough Council is no stranger to no overall control. Well, we were hoping to speak to members of both the Labour and Conservative group this morning, but unfortunately it's not been possible to speak to a member of the Conservative group. We are joined now, though, by Councillor Judy Foster, who's the Deputy Leader of the Labour group here. Judy, we heard in that piece there from Keir Starmer that he didn't want a draw in Dudley, he wanted a win, and you didn't quite get that. How are you feeling? You've made progress, but not quite crossed the finish line to take control here.
No, that's true, but look, the bigger picture is we've had a fantastic result overall in the West Midlands. Police and Crime Commissioner, congratulations to Simon, congratulations to Richard Parker as Metro Mayor, and also as well in Dudley we made 8 gains. We are pleased with the direction of travel and the fact that the Conservatives are no longer in overall control.
Nobody has control. Do you think you might look to the Liberal Democrats to see if they might be tempted by a coalition with Labour?
Well, look, we have a number of options to consider, but whatever we do will be in the best interests of the people of Dudley.
There's no easy challenge taking control here because Dudley faces some serious financial challenges. Whether it's yourselves in a coalition, how do you think any party can tackle that in this year ahead?
Well, it's going to be a real issue. It will require a lot of difficult decisions, I believe. We'll just have to see what comes of any decision made at annual council in a couple of weeks when control of the council will be determined.
Judy Foster, thank you very much. That's Judy Foster, who's the Deputy Leader of the Labour group here at Dudley Council. It seems that voters were particularly interested this week. There was a 5% increase in turnout here, Rob, on average, and obviously voters have got plenty more to come with an anticipated general election.
OK, thank you, Emma.